Okay, hey, good morning. Jeff's not here today. We have Ray Brooks doing news for us, and I don't even know how this looks, so I probably need to check that out. But I'm going to give you a couple of things that you need to know. And I say that in all jokingness. I've got, I don't know, some stories that I'm going to read. Thank you, Carol. Congrats. Yeah, so if you're just tuning into the show or...
Okay, hey, good morning.
Not okay, shut up. All right. We got about a minute before we go live. I'm going to read through some stories. You'll see me look down at the computer here to kind of look up. And Casey Kelly joining us. Congratulations, dear. I heard you had good news you'd like to share. Would you like to share with the rest of us? It was fun. It was a good time. And it worked out perfectly. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And I'm a lucky dude, that's for sure. Just for sure. Thanks to Ivy Tech, too. I feel like I kind of swiped up on their game for that event, but the Ivy Tech event was just fabulous, just fabulous. All right, let's see. Where's my notes? I'm gonna try to do this all on my own. Wish me luck. By the way, you guys just got rickrolled.
Now, back to the Wake Up Call with Phil Quinn. Brought to you by Phillips Drugs on Richmond's Classic Hits.
6:45 on your Wake Up Call. Jeff Lane is away today. We got Ray Brooks doing news for us, but it's quite all right. We'll have some fun talking about, I think, some good stories, some fun stuff. Coming up in our 5 fun things, we'll be talking about Walmart stopping their sales of e-cigarettes. But let's get to some other things that we think you need to know. Of course, today is the first day of fall. Now, it may actually feel like it after the past weekend. Boy, how fantastic was this weekend? I mean, the weather, I know it's going to get colder. I certainly appreciate the fact that we've been given a gift for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been pretty chill, but having some rain earlier this morning probably helps us out a little bit. So outside of the news lines, a couple other things you need to know. 3 Mile Island, the site of a nuclear meltdown back in 1979, changed the way we all think about nuclear energy, officially shut down at noon on Friday. Nobody wants nuclear in their backyard, but we are missing out on an incredible resource that could give us a lot of juice, especially in places that are running coal-fired power plants, Indiana. Lawsuit claims that both Lowe's and Home Depot have been secretly using facial recognition software on everyone that enters the stores. Are you really upset about that? I mean, I get it if they didn't post that you're using facial recognition, but think about how this goes. So I walk into the store, there's already security cameras there, so if I'm up to no good, at some point, my image is going to become public anyway, right? But imagine they see me, and I have just been inside said home improvement store to get some paint, but I forgot the brushes. So how about this? I walk into the home improvement center, they see my face, they go, what was his most recent purchase? Oh, he got paint. Let's tell him about the deal we have on paintbrushes. Or ceiling fans, or sconces, or whatever you go and buy on a Saturday. So this is where our world is. What are you going to do about this? A lawsuit claim, or that's already good. How about Walgreens? Now, I've been on Walgreens' case, and I once again say I appreciate the local people at Walgreens not having been a part of this decision about purchasing the accounts for Kmart, or from Kmart. How about this, though? Maybe they're onto something. Walgreens announcing they're partnering with Google to test drone delivery. Maybe that's why. It doesn't matter if Walgreens is on the east side of town and Kmart's on the west side, if there's a bunch of drones flying over. But what are the chances here in the Whitewater Valley that we see a gaggle of drones? That's gaggle of geese, right? Gaggle of drones flying over, and someone, some redneck doesn't pull over and grab his rifle out of the back of the window and take a shot at the drone, right? Kaboom! Right? And then there goes somebody's meds. Next thing you know, the blood pressure medicine, it's laying all around the ground somewhere. There were rumors that he was quitting, but Ryan Seacrest said he will be back to host American Idol for one more season. For whatever reason, that's still a thing. So far, Antonio Brown, who's the wide receiver, or was a wide receiver for, the Steelers, then the Raiders, and the Patriots, he lost his job. He's also lost sponsorships from Nike, Pepsi, Pizza Hut, and Campbell Soup. If you're keeping score at home, Antonio Brown's going over. And the thing is about this, so it's hard when you're a professional athlete where you wear a helmet for your job. It's hard for people to grab your personality. And what you're seeing is some athletes, to capitalize on the corporate sponsorships, they want someone who's outrageous. Someone like Chad Johnson. Remember, we had Ocho Cinco, and the more outrageous wide receivers are, there's the more likely that they can get endorsement deals. But here's the other part of that, is that you can cross the line. And what's happening is that this person decided that no one ever told him no in high school, no one ever told him no in college, no one ever told him no earlier in his career. And he, regardless of what he's convicted of or accused of, he didn't hear no and didn't understand that what that meant. Regardless, I mean, if you know, I feel bad for certainly those victims, but you go look. This guy has been a role model for a bunch of kids, and as we look at our own high school athletes now, those athletes that we all think are going to end up playing Division I sports, you know, how do we teach them as a community to say, hey, look, you got to make sure that you're a respectful person, understand the rule of law, and look, you got to be outrageous, but you can't. If you want to make endorsements, I got to say, you got to be outrageous, but that doesn't mean you can't. You got to fit within societal norms, man. Here's an interesting thing. Even though a lot of people think shaving regularly makes the hair grow back faster, you ever heard that? That, well, you started shaving, so now it's going to come back. There's no scientific evidence of that. I thought that was interesting. And let's talk one more time about the fact that this is the autumn equinox. So in the northern hemisphere, night and day are nearly the same length. And that's the sun crossing the celestial equator. Now, I don't know that. I'm reading that. I'm not that smart. But when you have an equal number of hours in the day, that's when things kind of turn for the worst. And while we've had a wonderful 2 or 3 weeks here in September, we're grateful for some rain. And I'm looking at temperatures going to stay in that middle to upper 70s. So it's going to be beautiful for the next couple of weeks, at least this week. But January's coming. I mean, you're going to start hearing our school delays and announcements promo coming up soon. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Our question of the day, what company would you love to work for? And for me, I love doing this morning radio thing. And we've been on Facebook Live now for a couple of, almost a full month, maybe a little bit longer than a full month, right? Something like that. Yeah, maybe 2. We love it. We're getting a lot of feedback from it. A lot of people say, hey, that's how they're getting their news. And I certainly appreciate people watching and also listening to the program, downloading the podcast. I love doing this. I do. It can be hard at times, you know, getting up that early. It's really hard getting up that early when you're also waking somebody else up that early. But, you know, for me, I would love to be able to have an opportunity to take, you know, $1 million out of some marketing budget for like a Taco Bell or Budweiser or Disney, Apple, a company that really understands what it means that you got to spend money and you got to come up with something. Can you imagine? I would love to be able to write a Geico ad or a Progressive ad or get into that environment where you could do that. That sounds like a fun job for me. Also, wouldn't it be good to be a federal employee? I mean, if you could actually be elected a senator in Congress, isn't that a cushy job? Great benefits. It's never going away. It's not like I guess you could lose an election, but in all honesty, when does that happen? Right? But we want you to answer that. That's on Facebook and Twitter. That's a look at our headlines today and some more fun stuff. Coming up, your chance to win with Captain Jackpot. We're doing that promotion, and we appreciate being a part of the Wake Up Call. We're brought to you by Phillips Drugs, your good neighbor pharmacy.
Warm weather here. State Line Medical Equipment wants to get you out.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I didn't get to see a lot of the comments today, but I'll go back through and look at those. And again, can I just say one more thing? I said this in the opening segment of the show. I've got 4,000 people on this page that have all liked and said they follow me and what we're doing. And I really appreciate all of the comments and feedback that we get. But we're not at 1,000. I announced that I'm getting engaged, and there's only 860 people of the 4,000 that are wishing me congratulations. What is Facebook for? It was good news. I'm not being crabby about Walgreens or any other. I'm not yelling about bike paths. This is a good monumental life moment. And 860 likes, that's it. All right, well, anyway, I'm having fun with that. And safe travels, Case. All right, so we have a second here. Do you want to take a second and look around the studio? If you've never been here, let me show you what we got. I'm gonna pick this up, and if you're eating breakfast, I'll try not to juggle it too far. So this is our board, right? And this is where all the buttons are. This is called an Inco unit. That's where all the commercials and music and everything's playing. A couple of phones, but we don't take phone calls, so we don't really care about that. That's not true. That's not true. We do care. This is the computer that I keep all the stuff on. So that was just what we recorded. This is the script that I was working off of. So we get that stuff to us every day. And then we've got the TV and then some stuff around the studio. So a lot of the outside of the TV and the speakers that you're seeing, all that stuff is mine. Here's an old poster, one of those puzzles of the city of Richmond back in the day. Ooh, this light's terrible. Here, let me there, mark that off. So look at that. Damn, it still doesn't look good. All right, now it's too dark. Oh, Christ. Well, I'll take a picture of it, and you can see. But it's got some of those old businesses that were in town back in the day. City council stuff from my days back on the council. That's about it. All right. Well, that's the tour of the studio. Don't forget the Ron Swanson poster in the back. And I don't know. That sounds like a good move today. Be well, guys.